this one. Have a look in your own eyes. No cure for this one. There's no cure for this one! 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 This one! This one! This one! There's no cure for this one!
Hello everyone, I'm Tony Doherty and welcome to another big week of Max's Muscle TV. There's plenty of fantastic stuff in the show tonight, folks, as later Pete and I will be back in the kitchen, looking at the perfect nutrition plan for anyone wanting to take their sporting performance to a new level. And with registration closed and the 2013 Max's Muscle Up and Maxine Shape Up Challenge officially starting today, Challenge Master Coach Fred Liberatore is back with a fantastic routine for anyone looking to pack on some real size. First up, though, we head back into the gym with two women who in some ways couldn't be more different in their goals and approach to training, but both of them certainly know how to get the job done. Shape Up coach Sam Heron and Ambassador Janet Kane need no introduction, and both have a heap of competition titles to their names. Sam in bikini and Janet in figure. Today, the girls come together for an awesome arm and abs workout. Take it away, girls.
Today's exercise routine is working abs and arms. No clever name, really, just working two muscle groups, both biceps and triceps first, and then we'll work the abdominal with a couple of trisets. The arms are one of the areas where most women, and particularly getting to my age, where we find that's an area of storage, and the abdominal region is a big time show of your health for a lot of people in their own perspective.
Every girl wants to have nice, tight and toned arms and no jiggles with the waving. And abs, of course, everyone wants a nice toned midsection, so very important areas to work on.
Well, we're ready to go. First exercise we're going to head into is the under bar tricep dip. The first superset on the tricep is working with the Smith's machine. We're actually using the bar about waist height, and it's just using body weight, and it's a little bit of a tricky exercise because you have to embrace your core muscle when you're doing it as well. So we'll work that one first, and then straight into an overhead rope extension. With a superset, I like to work the muscle for a longer duration with a higher intensity for this purpose. We're not going heavy weights, we're working on technique. We're going to show a little variation for this exercise for those that are learning, and Sam's going to work this off her knees with the bar a bit lower. Whilst we're working two different exercises, we're going to target that muscle from a different angle, and you will feel it in that time frame, and we're not ripping out a lot of repetitions, that we'll be able to still hit the muscle from those different angles. We're working straight then into biceps, and we're doing a superset on the biceps. And the first one is called a Zotman curl, where we'll lift the dumbbell in a supinator position and then rotate the hands into a pronator position and then work the dumbbells down quite slowly against the weight. It works the brachialis, the forearm muscle. This is not necessarily a muscle that women want to build. However, it is a weaker muscle, and it really does help strengthen our wrist strength. We're going to superset this one with a seated hammer curl with a pause in the middle. A hammer curl is holding the dumbbells in a neutral grip. We'll work them up to a 90-degree angle with the arm. Pause, come down, another little pause, and then down again. So it is a total control movement without any swinging. Again, for the girls at home, don't feel you need to lift a very heavy weight to get a good workout on this one. It's all about time under tension and controlling that squeeze in the muscle. So we are going to work it nice and slowly.
So the next superset, we're going back to triceps. So we've got our bench dips, a really great exercise to target the triceps that can be done whether you're in a gym or at home or at a park. All you need is a bench or a chair, hands by your sides, dropping down. There's a couple of different ways you can put your feet depending on how advanced or how strong your triceps are. Supersetting this one with tricep push-ups or in-close hands push-ups, so it's going to, again, target our triceps. We can do this either on dumbbells or just with your hands flat on the ground, just making sure that it's a close grip. Either be having our feet elevated, or you can be up on your toes, or again, down onto your knees, as a lot of girls may start out.
We're going back to biceps after we finish that set. This superset is really more of a repping out. So we'll start with an easy bar curl or an EZ bar, just standing bicep curls. Again, it'll be more about the extension of where the arms are positioned and elbows are positioned. The bicep curl is probably one of the simplest core exercises to work the bicep, and we'll work on getting the technique right so that we're really working that muscle. We're going to superset the bicep curl with a cable curl. So we're going to have just the D handlebars and concentrate a squeeze. Again, a very light weight, and it's merely the movement of that squeeze. It'll really just be how many you can do by this stage.
So what we're going to do with the abs is the 6 exercises. So we've got 2 little circuits, so 3 exercises in each.
In the first circuit, we'll start with our leg raise. So just sitting on the end of a bench with your feet together, raising those legs up to about a 45-degree angle. For those at home who are progressing into this move, you may start just with body weight or progress to putting a dumbbell between your feet and lifting that one. It will work not only the core, but also hip flexors and part of the legs as you're raising, so we are getting a bit of a double benefit. The second exercise we're moving into is a barbell rollout. It does actually look quite easy, but it's a really difficult one to master. You can perform this one in a varied way. Most people will start on their knees. We're having a barbell loaded with some weights on the side and rolling out to a full extent, and then pulling that one back in. And it's really an isolation movement. The minute we vary from that, we start to incorporate shoulders and arms as we're pulling it back. So we are just focusing on technique. So it's not the weights that's really getting that full stretch. The final move in that exercise is the ab crunch, where we are using ropes and pulling down. And again, it's another exercise I see commonly abused in the gym for loading the stack and lifting a whole lot. And we're going to lock into the weights, keeping our arms nice and strict, our legs strict, and really it's just working the abdominal wall in a straight fashion. You'll feel it very quickly if performed correctly. You don't need to do 30 or 40 of these reps. It's a fantastic exercise to finish that set off.
In the second circuit, we have another 3 exercises. We've got landminers, we've got your Russian twist, and then a third one is just a simple decline bench crunch. So the first exercise Janet calls landmines. Most people probably know them as a torsionator machine. So if you've got one in your gym, it's basically holding the bar and keeping nice straight arms. You're using your obliques, twisting side to side, keeping tight, holding that tension on. The second exercise that we have is the Russian twist. There are again a few variations you can do, and depending on your fitness level as to whether you're using simply body weight, you can then progress onto a medicine ball, a dumbbell. You can be up on a bench, you can have your feet elevated off the ground. So there are, again, quite a few different variations, and it's a really great exercise to target the obliques. The final exercise we have is just your decline crunch. So a decline bench, you're going to make sure your head's facing down towards the ground and feet are elevated. Hook your legs under, and you can either be doing body weight, cross over your arms, crunching up, squeeze, or you can add in a bit more resistance by adding a ball, a plate or a dumbbell into the movement.
That was a great workout. Arms and abs are done. Mine are cooked.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that was a good pump. Rock it on. That's how it's done. Good stuff.
There's no cure for this!